will
capitalize
recognize
on it,
that and then just build higher, right? That's, you know, if you can read that your opponent is timing, then you can out-time them by just continuing to play and not sending an attack.
Yeah, I mean, timing, it does have its benefits, but obviously you cannot just wait for your opponent to build a center 4-wide with a Tetris under it and send a 72 spike.
Is that still called the limb special, or is that...
That's not... No, it is not.
I was gonna say, you know, like...
It's not used much as an opener. I mean, sometimes some players do it, but...
I guess that was technically just an opener, huh? I always think it is, like... Because, man, that guy really wanted to claim that in his name.
Well, it was because I think more... Nowadays, it's more people waiting to receive a Tetris garbage rather than actually building it on their own.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different.
That's just like, I feel like that idea has been around for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Back to the game.
Are you saying with 4-wide specifically? Yeah. No, I see. Okay. And QMK finds game 1.
Yeah, we did not say a thing about that game, but it's in the past.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, with games like that, you know, a lot of players, they have this explosive style, right? And for them, there's a lot of like moments you can point at and say that was the explosion. Where this is more like a fight between like two pumas. They're pacing, they're circling each other, they're waiting for the moment to strike. And then when that strike comes, the strike might not even look so explosive or devastating. It's all about, you know, the placement, the time that it was, you know, sent. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'm overcooking this analogy a little bit, but well.
No. You're right on the dot there. I agree.
Either way, both of them. Tiki, I see a couple cheese lines at the bottom, so I'm wondering how they're gonna play around this garbage, and if QMK is gonna try and build up a big back-to-back with the time allotted.
I mean, they're going for it. Never mind, they're not going for it.
You just can't be saying that today, can you?
Yeah, I mean, what am I talking about? I don't know anything about this game, clearly.
I mean, that's the downside of the whole B2B chain win condition, is that like a good time attack from your opponent, or they did happen to find 2 T pieces close to each other and you just have to cancel. And
maybe you're just not feeling it.
Job at making it work. But a lot of the time, when you can make that playstyle work, it comes with a lot of speed, specifically burst speed, because then when those big attacks come, you can make your way down cleanly and efficiently.
I mean, for sure.
All right, Tiki being sent up a little bit, and yeah, overstacking just a little bit too much, and
just trying to keep that back to back. Yeah, just
Tiki
too greedy.
Leaving it open, right? You don't want to give your Puma, your circling Puma opponent an opening, because it will be
your death.
Taken. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so far QMK hasn't been like too aggressive. They just found good times to kill, and I mean, I feel like that's a very difficult thing to do against Tiki, but I mean, QMK obviously very good at timing themselves. Does have a lot of experience.
QMK's thing for a long time.
Yeah, I would say so.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but right now QMK does have that back-to-back built up. Tiki is sitting at the bottom of their board, still taking their time, making sure they're in a good position to actually tank and cancel when needed. But I mean, QMK is not stopping right now. They are starting to go a little bit faster here and do get the kill there with that 11 back-to-back. Tiki just, even if they're taking their time and just waiting still, at some points they have to make a mistake, and you can't do that when your opponent's got that back-to-back.
Another thing is, in the match with Poison Drought that we just saw, right? It was riddled with a lot of inconsistency, right? Where a lot of the time Poison Drought misdrops, right? Which happens because you're playing fast, you're trying to play aggressive and defeat this kind of stally player, right? And that's the solution they were looking for. But QMK, seeing a QMK misdrop only happens when QMK is really pushing his speed. And in this scenario, it doesn't really feel as if QMK is being put in a position where he really has to do that.
I mean, yeah, Tiki's not going that like fast compared to previous players like Firestorm we saw earlier, so they're not forced in that position. And I mean, they can play a lot more clean and that's the difficulty of playing this slow. Like, you might be able to capitalize on certain players' mistakes, but I mean QMK, no, you can't. Just good luck with that. Good luck, bud.
Find your mistake, you know? It's ooh, nice little down stack from QMK, trying to poke. But yeah, just playing it safe, doesn't want to overcook anything. And both return to the bottom.
Yeah, looks like both sitting at the bottom here. Tiki is getting cheesed up a lot here by QMK. But yeah, it does make it through it without much hesitation. And in the meantime, QMK has been building up that back-to-back and then chooses to break it right as I say anything about it. Why do you have to do that to me, QMK? What did I do to you?
QMK is just a hater, dude.
Maybe they do have that evil you were talking about.
You know, I wasn't kidding. Ooh, a little bit aggressive for this back-to-back. In a bit of a spooky spot, but this is QMK we're talking about. If anyone's getting out,
Tiki did go for the Finn there. They did not win in that instance, but I mean, they have the back-to-back right now, and they do eventually get it, unless QMK downs okay.
Almost,
I thought
almost.
if they got out of that, I would have been mind blown. But yeah, Tiki does get one on the board finally there.
Yeah, finally arriving, but it felt like it came from QMK overcommitting. In my mind, at least. Like, the disadvantage state began when QMK stacked a little too high, a little too greedily for that back-to-back. And so what I wonder is, yeah, of course, you know, you did a great job explaining QMK weakness. I'm not trying to...
Those are rare. Those are very rare.
I'm not trying to talk it down, but can you do that more often? And I mean, sure, you're forcing these long games, right? This is another upside for Tiki, is forcing the long games, which means give more time for QMK to mess up, right? But at the same time...
You need to wait for them to mess up 10 more times and need to capitalize on it every single time.
I know. So, I mean, good luck. But it could work, you know? But we were talking about the whole stamina issue, right? If you're playing these long games against a battle-hardened, grizzled veteran like QMK, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't know...
stamina really going to last longer?
Yeah, if people don't know... QMK once played 10 first to 100s against Microblizz to warm up for a tournament the day before, so they absolutely have so much stamina in them, even if they don't play super fast. And I mean, that's hard to compete against if you're Tiki.
I remember watching some QMK Blizzy sets. Those are always a fun watch. I love the way both those players look at the game.
I mean, yeah, they've definitely got that interesting mindset, but I mean, right now, Tiki's the one trying to challenge QMK, but QMK has that back-to-back going for them right now. Tiki does send a huge spike, but QMK cancels all of it with that Tetris into quad. Yeah, or Tetris into T-spin.
Yeah. And look at QMK's back-to-back maintenance. This is a downside of the Tiki game plan. I was going to say, never mind, QMK breaks the back-to-back and is no longer in advantage state. If anything, this is a disadvantage. Okay, the clean garbage arrives. It's safe to downstack.
Oh, Tiki was looking for that J piece. Could not find it for 10 years.
That happens. Happens to the best of us. Oscar rigged the bags again. Anyway.
No, I remember one game where I wasted a J piece and was waiting for another one, and it wouldn't come for like 13 pieces, and I destroyed my board and died because of it. So that's fun times.
Yeah. It happens. That can just happen.
Yeah. And I'm the best of us, so I would know.
Yeah. Must be nice being the best of us. A little jealous, I can't lie.
But no, I cannot compare to these two. QMK obviously playing super well right now. Tiki's still surviving this pressure by QMK. Is struggling to place that S piece, does get it down, but now forced to try and downstack while QMK is sitting at the bottom of their board, getting those back-to-back chains up and running.
Yeah, it's so interesting because a lot of players would see the Tiki stat line and see, whoa, 100 APM? That's like low X rank these days, you know? Like, what's this fella doing in a world championship? But
I mean, it's
a stoic defensive play that's, coming through. And yeah, now that we're deep into margin time,
QMK is being sent a lot here, but managed to cancel all of it so cleanly here. But another huge spike by Tiki.
But QMK sends it right back. Oh,
Yeah,
look
has
at
that back-to-back
Tiki doing
going.
a great job canceling all of this.
But QMK right now in such a clean position here,
Oh,
getting so many spikes through here. Still not done with that
T-spin mini sending 7. TSD sends 10. It's ridiculous. Margin time is crazy.
It's margin time on top of back-to-back chaining, so spikes are 25 from just 2 T-spins there. Tiki's just trying to downstack everything right now. Does make it down, but QMK is gonna be ready. Finally breaks that back-to-back.
Yeah, so Tiki might find a way back into this game now. 420. Yeah, oh, QMK with a misdrop. These are these little mistakes we're talking about that Tiki might be able to capitalize on, but QMK,
I think they were looking for a PC there. Did not find it in time there. Got sent up, but QMK making a single mistake, getting sent up so high, and Tiki takes it.
A second game. That is probably one of the longest games of this on this client. That was like a Tetris Effect connected game. Like,
yeah, what I noticed from that is Tiki, you mentioned they were at 100 APM, like in the middle of the game. By the end, they were at 145. So that margin time definitely inflated their stats. But I mean, yeah, I mean maybe that's what Tiki needs. Just needs 9 more 4-minute games to finally get some wins here.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of these players are consistent, but is that really the win condition you play for? I don't know. It feels so difficult to keep up, but maybe.
I mean, Tiki has been shown to get those margin time games going, so.
Yeah, and I mean, look at QMK, all cheesed up.
Yeah, struggling right now, getting sent to the top, and the team misdrop. Oh, that's heartbreaking. And Tiki does tie it back up, even though QMK won those first 3. TKI came right back.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and then the PC
you can't overcook that, QMK. I don't know. I think maybe QMK a little rattled from that 4-minute game. Has to recollect himself.
Yeah, and Tiki takes the lead with this.
Yeah. All right, QMK back to this clean, consistent sort of style. Breaks the back-to-back though. Oh, look at that spike. Lovely.
Yeah, Tiki being sent to the top here.
Oh no,
such
finds
a clean
the
down stack. Yeah, I don't think there was any other way out of it. That was so nice there. Wastes the T-piece, but sets it up into a nice fractal there to keep going here right now. Makes it down. QMK does have that back-to-back being built up in the meantime, though. Does get sent up
high,
really high, though.
Yeah, gonna disappear. And, you know, we're back in the neutral, baby.
Indeed we are.
Like that the Tiki fan club's coming out to support, you know? Get your homeboy. That's what friends are for, you know?
Gotta root for your own player. I mean, unfortunately, I can't do that here, but...
Yeah.
You guys can, so go for it. Looks like Tiki is dealing with a bit of cheese at this point, but QMK does not have a back-to-back position right now. Does finally get to it, but Tiki is now timing here, just waiting for this spike here. QMK sees that and does build a little higher.
Sees a misdrop as well, though. But Tiki will escape, and now Tiki with the clean well.
Oh, decides not to use that eye. That would have been bad because they did not have the T-spin after it, so that was nice decision by them.
Kind of expected from a top player, though, which is kind of crazy.
It did look like they were about to do it, but then switched out of it, so that was good decision from there.
QMK,
on the other side, QMK,
so cheesy.
And not a great board state.
But this is QMK we're talking about. If anyone's getting out of this, well, makes it look easy. A grueling mental battle between these two players.
Yeah, QMK starting to get that back-to-back built up. TK sitting at the top there, finding a bit of a downside, but just
QMK
not enough
will
there.
take it, tying the set back up, breaking Tiki's 4-game streak. And, wow.
Yeah, making sure they
7
do
to
not
win.
gain a... Yeah. First to 7 now.
Yeah.
I mean, first to 7 plus 2 still, technically.
Yeah. It's not your average Tetra League game.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, at the same time, there's also, you know, there's all the knowledge, the information gained, the what's it called? The exhaustion of having played 8 grueling games.
Before that, absolutely here.
You know, it's still its own little challenge.
Looks like Tiki is sitting at the top there. Did have a difficult position, but yeah, great down stack from there to get out of it. QMK on the other side has a nice spike to send them right back up to the top.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward down stack. Tiki does find it though, and so both players kind of just sent back to the bottom.
Yeah, looks like they're back to even, but Tiki with those 2 miss drops, the OPs and the SPs.
Yeah, that's difficult. Maybe, you know, that's this, what's it called? This endurance we were talking about. And yeah, can't find a way out of that one.
Yeah, and QMK taking the lead right back here.
I think both players know they still have a long road ahead.
I mean, yeah, we're not even halfway done for either of them in terms of
and
points,
it's felt like a year. You know, I wonder how it feels when you're actually the player trying to control the pace of the game. It must be incredibly taxing.
I mean, but QMK seems unfazed right now. They have that back-to-back. They no longer have that back-to-back. Just don't talk, quick. What are you doing?
Yeah, you really are just throwing QMK for a loop every time you say he's got that back-to-back, because it disappears immediately.
I don't know. Maybe they're just listening to comms.
Maybe. Dude, maybe he's just trolling us. That'd actually be sick.
Just ruining my job for me. What else am I supposed to do if I can't call out the back-to-back?
I don't know. He's
That's
like,
what I'm
man,
here
call out
for.
something better. Don't tell my opponent what I'm doing, man. It's no fair.
Yeah, he knows Tiki's also listening in.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there's a delay. I'm sure this is just coincidence. Oh, look at this cheesy board from QMK, and Tiki gonna try and punish here. I see those stacked T-spins, but QMK does a great job canceling.
I mean, yeah, QMK, obviously, downstack king here, gets through it like a champ. Tiki just still sending more cheese, it looks like, but obviously QMK managing to cancel through most of it.
QMK is always such a crazy downstacker, because whenever I see the QMK, like, cheese bests and whatever, I don't even know if QMK has a sub 200. I mean, I haven't followed
in
recently,
blocks?
So
no, they don't.
Yeah,
I think they have like
they just play fast. That's the difference. They have like a
sub
210.
210. Yeah, still like absolutely very strong.
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference is that a lot of players, when they get the sub 200, the fabled, famous sub 200, they play it like a piece every 10 seconds. QMK is like 1 a second. Like, QMK just plays that fast cheese. That's the difference between QMK and the like super hardcore least block cheesers.
Yeah, there's, as far as I know, I think there's only one person who's managed to do sub 200 at 1 PPS. So I mean, it's not an easy challenge, and I mean QMK is capable of downstacking super well, especially at this speed, and you can see that they've been downstacking so well and still maintaining that back-to-back in the meantime.
But you know, Tiki right at the bottom of the board and doing a great job, just kind of digging out, always having a medium with which to escape. Oh, QMK does kind of struggle. Awkward piece Q. Tries to find the T-spin, but 1 piece away, and we're tied up.
Does not get back into it in time. And yeah, even though QMK was playing super dominant at the start, Tiki came back, and now it's a set. They're just trading rounds back and forth at this point.
Yeah. This is as competitive as it's going to get. Yeah, look at them both waiting for their opponent to send first, but Tiki with the misdrop. And surely QMK can capitalize here. Yes.
They almost made their way out,
I
which would have
know,
been
I
crazy
know.
there.
I
But,
saw
but
it. I saw
you
it.
saw, you know.
Yeah. But QMK does wrest back the lead. Oh, big PC.
TIKI
QMK
just
really
making their way
speeding it
down
up
there.
this game. You know, these are those rare 4 piece per second bursts that you don't see all that often from QMK. But yeah, looks to be slowing it down once more.
Yeah, might have just been trying to get that opener win in the books. Didn't pull it off. Probably
Might
glad
also
about
just
it.
be looking
You are.
for like early garbage back and forth, you know, because a lot of these games a minute in and both of them are at the bottom of the field.
Yeah,
And maybe QMK feels like, you know, when garbage is actively like being sent back and forth, you know, there's some pressure being put on. You can't just wait forever. Maybe this is where I'll excel, you know.
I mean, yeah. When you have higher APM, it just inflates the higher APM because the opponent gets more and then they send more and just very back and forth.
Yeah.
But this is not a set like that. Both of them definitely taking more of their time. But in the meantime,
Look at
QMK
Tiki's
sending
board.
so much cheese.
I know.
Tiki forced to play some cheese race right now. They are starting to burst to actually get out of it here. Playing a little bit faster this round, but they do make it down to the bottom once again.
Oh, yeah. And look at QMK stack again. So clean.
Yeah, keeping that back-to-back right now, maintaining it super
but look
well
at that
here.
cheesy spike. Great counter spike from Tiki. And QMK going to be in a tough spot if he can't get through this cheese, which with that
then
misdrop,
that
I don't
S
think is going to
misdrop.
happen. And
again,
we're back at tied.
We're back to even. This can only go on for so long, right? Right?
Well, we'll have to see. Well, we will play until there's a victor. So
yeah, and remember, there's always a possibility of a deuce. We might be here all night.
But let me remind you of the stakes, right? Like both of these trying to get into top 16 of the World Championship for Tetrio.
Yeah, this is the last position or the last spot for this group. So I mean, obviously, neither of them are going down without everything they've got.
Yeah, if there's a glorious way to get that spot, it's gonna be in this grueling battle of wills that's unfolding before us.
Reminder: after this super long set, one of them has to play Firestorm. So have fun with that one.
I wonder if that'll be like a nice change of pace for whoever wins. Like, oh,
I mean, it's definitely going to be a change of pace.
Yeah.
Right now, QMK sitting with such a clean board. Might set up this fractal. Yeah, gets it
I
going
like
here.
that. Into STSD, I'm loving this. I'm loving this little bit of burst aggression from QMK. Look at that.
Yeah, it does ruin their board a little bit, but fixes it nicely, and Tiki not able to manage anything through that.
And QMK once again in the lead, but can't seem to hang on for it for very long. So we'll have to see what magic trick Tiki can pull out of the hat. And we've already seen one game this set lose quickly to QMK losing quickly to an opener, maybe even two, but won't happen again this time. Oh, but
Yeah,
it is Tiki actually with
Tiki
the awful
one.
board state, and QMK finally finding a lead that isn't immediately lost. QMK hasn't been this far ahead since the 3-1. And
yeah. It's been a long time. That was like years ago.
Yeah, so QMK finally looking to put an end to this back and forth of round trading.
Looks like Tiki getting the PC does not want this to end. They want to keep it going. They want to keep this rodeo on
when you PC and then you're the one taking garbage.
I mean,
always funny.
That's the counter. That's how it works.
Yeah. Ooh, QMK only able to get a triple there, but does clean up. So no significant danger. It's all clean. Tiki bursting a little more, by the way. I feel aggression coming out. And I wonder if this is sort of the game plan breaking down after QMK has kind of proven that he's got some sort of a good understanding of how to deal with it. Or whether he's just trying to mix up the pace. And QMK almost caught off guard there. Does find a down stack, but...
Yeah, gets down to the bottom here. Tiki not able to keep that back-to-back. Forced to break out of it with all this cheese. And QMK starting to try and apply some pressure here. But doesn't have too much clean to work with. Misses the mid-game PC. QMK, why? Oh my goodness! I don't
Honestly,
know if that was
knowing
intentional.
QMK, I bet it would be intentional. You know,
No, I think
like,
they just want to break my heart one more time this set.
yeah, that's what I'm calling intentional. You know. No, I meant more like in the sort of clean back and forth. You know, Tiki has proven when the clean garbage comes in that is fuel to the fire, and
I guess you're right. I'll just
you know,
have to admit,
especially if
maybe.
QMK doesn't have anything to follow it up with, or that isn't the follow up to another attack. You know, you don't want to take that risk.
I mean, right now they've got that fuel in the fire. They're sending so much here. Tiki forced to downstack so quickly, do make it down in time, and now sending a huge counter spike. QMK, now the one in the hot seat.
But should be fine with that misdrop from Tiki, and I think QMK is looking better here given the board state on the other side, and QMK finally a somewhat commanding lead, might have finally figured out how to overcome this brick wall. But can Tiki bring out one last hurrah?
Yeah, they need to figure out another way to adapt. They were keeping it close for so long here. QMK does make that misdrop there, but does clean it up, followed it up with a TSD into the TST. Nicely done there, keeping that back-to-back at this point. But Tiki is no slouch either. They are playing a little bit slow right now, but do have those moments of bursts when they see QMK's pressuring.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of Tiki's whole thing, right? Is, you know, I'm gonna eat up these lives, and then I'm gonna send them right back. You know?
I mean, it's worked before. Why not try it again? QMK right now dealing with so much cheese, nearly messes up that T placement, gets it down in time.
Does
but
have a down stack. That's a great find from QMK, and Tiki, more and more misdrops.
Oh, that was such a clean down stack.
That was really good.
That was crazy. But I mean, QMK makes it down through some of that cheese that they sent, so it does not matter in the end.
Wee woo, misdrop. Okay, it's all good in the hood. QMK must be looking at this like, oh, thank God, clean garbage.
My dream. Oh, but follows it up with a misdrop there. It does fix it,
should be fine. Yeah, but it is the opportunity wasted, it feels. And
yeah, absolutely.
We're back in the pits, baby.
But Tiki right now sitting at the top here. Does make it down to the clean. Now they have a really nice board to spike with. QMK sitting at the top, trying to downstack here. Does make it down just in time.
And yeah, it does feel like a lot of the time when QMK is caught off guard, like the queue isn't pretty. Is that just me? Like there, QMK had to cycle through 3 or 4 pieces before finally finding the one of 2 downstack pieces or something. Like it's almost like Tiki's even screen watching the queue. Look at QMK. This is. I know that there's this common trope of Tetrio players being what, infinite downstackers, but I don't know. I feel like these are the players that take it to the extreme, especially when facing each other.
I mean, you weren't here last week when I had to watch Tatos versus Ergonomics. That was a battle of downstacking of the century.
Well, I mean, hey, I gotta, you know, more Tetris to watch. You know, I'm not.
I mean, yeah, if you want to watch it, that's like, have fun, but there's better uses of your time. Maybe if you're doing chores and stuff, that's not too bad of an idea.
Yeah, nice little background noise. Okay, QMK has a good deal of clean garbage, but Tiki just so ready, right? Like immediately down, not afraid of the pressure. And even though these misdrops are coming through,
yeah, that was a great down stack. I thought they were dead there, especially since we just hit margin time, but they had a nice counter there.
This reminds me of game 4 in the set. QMK is up 3-0, and Tiki wins a hard-fought 4.5-minute game, maybe longer, almost 5 minutes, I believe.
This is the first long match in a while, I think.
And it was a huge swinger of momentum. So if Tiki can repeat that kind of success, maybe this is what you need to put QMK back on the ropes.
I mean, so
but
far
if QMK can win this, you know, that's when things get scary for you.
Tiki does get the huge 22 spike, but QMK is not done.
Counters
with a 24 spike. Tiki not in a position to take it. And such a long game.
And finally it looks like QMK can see the sunset, or the sunrise on the horizon. It's
Sees the light at the end of the tunnel.
yes. It may the toil of fighting the oppressive style of Tiki may finally be over for him. But Tiki not ready to go down without a fight. Tiki has not stopped fighting this entire set. I can't imagine he would stop here.
I mean, yeah, with how we just saw Poison Draw nearly climb the comeback, Tiki is closer than that, so they still have the chance. Right now, they might get it. But QMK is such a great find.
Oh my, that could have been the you know, that could have been the flip of the switch Tiki needed, but QMK is so good at dampening that pressure.
Yeah, absolutely right now. But Tiki building up that back-to-back here, taking their time, canceling that cheese perfectly there to make sure they don't get any to keep this back-to-back, and they're starting to build up that spike there. QMK is getting pressured up right now, forced into this down stack, and Tiki has to break out of that back-to-back, cannot maintain it for long enough to get the kill.
Yeah, and now we're back in sort of an even Stevens kind of situation where neither player really has a significant advantage. But you know, it's very possible for either of these players to make a move at any point. And Tiki right at the top. I thought they were going to escape, but QMK will come out victorious on a bloody battlefield.
Yeah, and with that, QMK is confirmed top 16 qualifier. But I mean, the match is still not over yet. Now they get